Welcome into Viking News on Demand, and we make sure that we're not blasting you away at home here. Here we go. Appreciate you joining us on this Thursday night, and we've got George 2 weeks in a row. We're setting records this year.
Yay!
Oh, my. We've had a good week,
right.
and lots of good news to talk about,
Yeah.
and lots of great things happening in Humboldt City Schools, and I follow the social media pages quite regularly. I would tell you that if you're not following their social media pages, you need to do that. You have Humboldt City Schools. Then the individual schools have their own Facebook pages. And is that the same person that runs all of those pages, George?
Yes, it is. That's
Okay.
Ginger Carver with assistance with Heather Taylor. So
Okay.
we are in good shape with information, keeping it updated on the school level and on our just our district page as well. So we're in good
Fantastic.
shape with information. So as Seth said, go to it and get what you need.
That's right. George is here in our first segment. We always talk school news. And then in our second segment, after we give our sponsors a say, we will do a little bit of sports, which is where it sometimes probably feels like we're trying to get through school news to get to the sports because that's where we get a little more excited. But there's a lot of great things to talk about even in this first segment. So, George, I'm going to let you kind of lead the way here.
Sure. I'm gonna jump in with first of all, letting folks know that our Veterans Day program is coming up on tomorrow, which is Friday.
Yeah.
We're going to have a big day at our high school and in our community as a whole, but I'm going to kind of talk about how the school's going to be fitting into this equation. And our Veterans Day program is going to be stellar this year.
All right.
So, first of all, happy Veterans Day, early Veterans Day to all you veterans, and thank you for serving our country in whatever capacity that you serve. So we've got some things going on for Veterans Day to honor you as veterans, and I want to give a big shout out to Elna Blankenship,
Yes.
who is with the Exchange Club and has done a beautiful job connecting with various individuals in our community, agencies, the school, to make sure that our veterans are just honored as they should be. And I want to start by saying there's going to be a big show at our high school at 11:15 on tomorrow.
Okay.
11:15, we're going to have a Black Hawk helicopter land on our football field. A gentleman will be, of course, the pilot of that aircraft is going to be on hand to talk to our student body and the community who chooses to attend that program.
Okay.
It's going to be at Barker Memorial Stadium. Approximate time for landing is 11:15, and we will begin the program after that, a short program by doing the national anthem. We have our FFA with Jason Wiles and his officers that will be actually the host from our school that will make sure that everyone's seated properly. They'll be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance to our country, and they'll be doing some things hands-on on the field to invite the guests, seat the guests, and actually take care of the podium. We'll have a short program and a stage set up for the podium and guest speakers to talk during that time. We'll have the singing of our national anthem.
Sure.
And we'll do a little program at our school on the football field beginning at 11:15 and lasting approximately probably about an hour to hour and 15 minutes. Should be ending around 12:30 because I do know the Black Hawk helicopter has another obligation to fly to another location and do another Veterans Day program.
Sure.
So that's going to be interesting to get the history of the Black Hawk helicopter, to have the speaker and the pilot to talk to us, our student body that will be in attendance. Now, that kind of falls right in the middle of our lunch period.
Okay.
So we're going to have a group from East End that'll be bussed over, and then we're going to have about 3 to 5 classes that'll be attending the program in our school. So we should have a good representation, and we also should have a good community representation. I will say that the weather will be a little chilly, so if you plan on attending that, please wear your little jacket, maybe a little hat, and come out and see us. We're going to have a good little program for our veterans on Veterans Day tomorrow. I want to also give a shout out to the patriotic music at 9:30 a.m. That'll start. Our band will be performing in that, and the parade will begin at 10 o'clock a.m.
All right.
And the program will be after the parade in the chapel. So I have
where
it
will
all.
the band be playing at?
The band will be actually playing on the street as they walk through the parade, and they may strategically place them in front of the Magnolia.
Yeah.
Let's see, Magnolia is a manor and a chapel.
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
I got to look through my information.
Yeah.
The chapel downtown, and as people come in, we'll have some soft patriotic music playing.
Yes.
And our band director and the assistant Katrina Smith will be in charge of our band and having them placed and playing and located downtown to help celebrate that. Our new band director, folks, is Joel Beard.
You want to go hear these folks.
You'll want to go hear this band. I've seen them practicing every day after school, marching, knees up, good sound. Our band is really coming along, so I encourage everyone to come out, give a shout out to our band and listen to the band, as well as come attend our program and let's honor our veterans and give them the due diligence that they deserve for serving our country.
Yes.
I think the helicopter display at our stadium beginning at 11:15 is going to be just absolutely amazing. Good weather. Going to be a bit chilly, as I said, but it will be a time to where we can come out and just observe our veterans from on behalf of Humboldt City Schools, Director of Schools, Dr. Janice Epperson. We're going to do the best we can to honor our veterans, and I encourage everyone to come out. And the word we're going to concentrate on is honor.
All right.
Our veterans are to be honored, and that's what we intend to do.
That's awesome.
So let's move right along. We have a big program coming up. I'm going to boot this up on my computer, Seth. It's our bike program. It's coming up at 17th of next week.
I believe you're talking about third graders, right?
Yeah, it'll be third graders.
You know, third grade, it's a very important time because if they don't, that new state law talking about if they don't pass that third grade reading at a certain level.
Exactly.
And that's not a Humboldt City Schools thing. We got to keep pushing this. This came down from the top.
This is a state thing. Good point, Seth. This is what our state Department of Education has identified, the targeted group to be on track with reading. Of course, reading is a fundamental educational foundation for learning everything else. If 9 times out of 10, folks, if you can't read or you struggle with reading, then everything else is going to be a challenge for you academically.
That's the truth. And the reason I bring that up is, we're not just hammering that, but we're trying to bring some fun things to that same age group.
Right.
Making them not hate school.
Yeah, there you go.
You want to instill in them a love for learning. And, hey, who doesn't love a bicycle?
That's right. You make some great points because that is that's the transition time, and that is the pinnacle time for students to develop a love for school.
Yes.
Or on the south end of that, they may develop a little bitter feelings if things aren't going right and they're not having a good experience. So, with that being said, our bike program is called Bikes for Kids Foundation. It's a program that Dr. Gina, our local pediatrician here in town, has really endorsed and has got on board with and sponsored this. So big shout out to Dr. Gina. She does a great job of reaching out and assisting our school district.
Yes.
She does also run a little tennis program over at East End on Saturdays.
Oh, wow.
She is just very integral part of our community and a very important partner within our school district.
That's great.
And Dr. Gina, we thank you, and we're going to give you a big shout out and hope that we get everything in place and in order. I know we met yesterday to get everything in order for November the 17th, 8:30 a.m. at our East Elementary School.
All right.
As I said, we met yesterday, and we have our items that are needed for that setup. We're going to have a stage, sound, backdrop, podium, and the next big thing is we're going to highlight some students who have written essays from the reading of the books, and as Seth said earlier, that's pushing the fundamental of reading and being a good reader when you go through the third grade. When you complete third grade, we want you to be a top-notch reader.
That's right.
And if you're not a top-notch reader, we're going to put programs and things in place, tutoring, so that you can get to that point, and we want parents to know if there is a struggle with your third grader on the reading level, I encourage you to get in touch with your teacher now. Don't wait till the end of the year.
Please.
When it's crucial, and that retention domain is in it becomes in play. You don't want to wait that long.
That's right.
We want to make sure that immediately when you identify that there's a struggling reader in your house, not to say third grade, that may be second, first, kindergarten, pre-K. If you at any time feel like, pardon me, that there is a challenge that your student is facing academically, please contact that school, get a hold of that administrator, and let us have a chance to put some things in place in order for you to overcome that challenge that you might have academically.
Sure.
But we look forward to coming out on the 17th. That'll be, as I said, at East Elementary. We'll be doing the bike program. Dr. Epson will be over and on hand to get things started. We're going to have our cheerleaders, our basketball players, and our football players out to kind of encourage the third graders and get them excited about a program, about the program that we're going to put on. And also we're going to just identify a couple of the top readers and award them with something that they might need that's on two wheels and got handlebars. I don't want to give too much information because we want to build it up and make it exciting for them.
Yes,
and we've already notified our administration, our communications folks to have all this posted. So stay tuned, folks and parents. You'll hear more about this as we approach that day. And we're excited about third grade bike program and coming up November the 17th.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to go to our superintendent's page, Seth.
All right.
She's got some good information on her page. This is actually good for me, too, because I can just click and go. I don't have to be wadding a lot of papers around like I used to do. Remember that? I'd bring a paper in with a schedule on it and bring papers in out the wazoo the last time and on previous engagements here at the radio. But you can just go to this website, and the only barrier I have, Seth, is I can't see real well. So I'm going to have to visit the eye doctor. Just want to let you guys know. But keeping right along with what we're dealing with is school news. Dr. Epperson is very integral, not integral. She is an integral part of our community, but she's very involved in the performance of our students academically.
Yes.
And whatever program she can put in place to involve students, she does just that.
Sure.
She's chosen an advisory council, and it's a student advisory council, and it's sponsored by the superintendent. So we call it the Superintendent Student Advisory Council.
Yep.
They weigh in on a number of things or issues that we're concerned with at school, some things that they may be concerned with as students. This is the group that you want to contact if you are a student, because students' input it's integral as well.
Sure.
So we want to always include our students in the decision-making process. And with that in mind, she has actually come up with a student council, superintendent student council on the high school and junior high level, and as well on the elementary school level. So I won't read all the names, but I will say go to her page. She's formed that council, and I'm excited about it. We have student representatives from all walks. There are cheerleaders, there are ball players, there are academically sound students, there are just a plethora or just a variety of students that on the high school level that represent her council and represent her and the concerns of the student body as well as East End. So that is a good outreach that she's come up with to involve our students, and I'm excited about having that with Dr. Epperson.
Yes, sir.
Also, I'm going to scroll down her page. We're going to look at some things that she has going on with she's on the move, definitely. She's doing so much within our district. If you go to our page, you're going to see and meet some new teachers. So if you have any ideas about who's new in the district, go to her page and you'll meet some new teachers such as Miss Victoria Horton. She's a new teacher this year. Miss Vivian Fessmeyer. She's a new teacher. And Miss Katrina Smith. They're the new people that were featured this month in our last month, because this is November and it's a new month according to school news. So go look at those profiles of those students those teachers. If your students have those teachers, just reach out to that website, take a look at them, and read up on them, and you'll get to know them on paper as well as if you choose to visit them and schedule a meeting if there's anything going on that you might need to contact them for. We have our Superintendent Students of the Month listed in October. We got pre-K through 6. All those names are listed. I'm going to run through those really quick. I'm going to tell you about Miss Noelle Nichols. She was pre-K Student of the Month in October. Kaylin Parchman in kindergarten. Denia Jones Brown was first grade. Michaelan Anderson, second grade Student of the Month in October. Skylar McCurry, third grade Student Month in October. Derek Hill, fourth grade. Emiri, I think I'm saying that right. Emiri Jones, fifth grade Student of the Month in October. Zachary Darling, sixth grade Student of the Month in October. Zykuria Patterson, junior high, eighth grade Student of the Month. Desmontes Champion, we call him Monty. He's a senior high 12th grade student of the month.
All right.
And our teachers of the month in October was Kim Woodard. She's a pre-K teacher.
Okay.
Tanakia Finner. She's 4th grade teacher. And Mr. Randy Prince. He's our advanced manufacturing technology teacher and does a lot in our shop there with metals and gets contracts for our students and does a fine job. He was also, I think, nominated and won an award in our chamber,
Yeah, I
our
was gonna
local
say.
chamber banquet this
Yes.
past week, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yes.
shout out to Mr. Prince. And we're also going to highlight our educational assistant that's been around, probably the sweetest lady that I know. I met her when I first come to Humboldt in '09, and she's just as sweet now as she was then. She's
Yeah.
just a beautiful, spirited person. That's Miss Gail Perry.
All right.
So we love Miss Gail Perry. Shout out to all those students and all those teachers for student and teachers of the month in the month of October.
Fantastic.
Let's see. School news also. Looking at October was Learning Disabilities Awareness Month. So,
Okay.
I wanna key in on that for just a
Sure.
bit, Seth.
Sure.
Know that if your student is experiencing a challenge, we know that we have identified learning disabilities in the special ed department. But if there's any doubt in your mind about a student that's struggling in an area, please contact that school and that school administrator, and we'll put you in contact with the right folks to get the assistance that you need. I know we concentrated on October as being Learning Disabilities Month, but anytime you feel there's a challenge for your student or they're experiencing academically, please get in touch with us and let us know so we can assist you and do what we can to meet that challenge and hopefully get some gains and make some progress in that academic challenge that you're experiencing. So
Sure.
we're good with knowing what's going on, and of course everything by law is confidential, and we'll do what's needed to assist you in that area. National School Lunch Week this month was in October. School lunches are important.
Yeah.
I often kind of ease down and get me a school lunch every now and then, but that's something that I always like to do, maybe once a week. I need to do it more often, but I'm on the go, so I don't get to eat like I need to or want to. But anyway, School Lunch Week was October the 17th through the 21st. And, of course, you know about all our homecoming information. Mellow Monday was a wind down after that month of homecoming. Then we had our blood drive with our high school. From what I understand, we had a lot of folks giving blood.
That's good.
And that was awesome. We always like to tap into our community resources, when it comes to reaching out in an area of the medical area where we can give blood, and our students are getting on board. And we have a Erica Hamilton, which is our student guidance counselor.
Yeah.
She is our let me change that lingo, because they're not guidance counselors anymore.
Oh.
They're professional counselors.
Oh.
And
okay.
she let me know that earlier,
Oh,
because
don't mess that
they
up
do
now.
more than just guide them. They professionally motivate students in the areas of college and all outreach areas, scholarship and post-secondary, and getting things that's needed within the student body taken care of, okay? Something I want to highlight, Dr. Epperson has started a program called Aspiring Administrators.
Okay.
She started that last year.
Okay. Yeah.
She had, this is her second cohort.
Okay.
Meaning she had one group to graduate last year, and she's working on her second one. Now, the first one she had was a pretty large group.
Yeah.
We attended that graduation where she sends those aspiring administrators through a training periodically through the year, and it's consistently done, I think, on a monthly basis, and it just puts the aspiring administrators in a mindset. If you want to climb the ladder in an administrative position, here's some things you need to know, here's some things you need to think about, and get in touch with some things that's going to help you if you want to be a future administrator.
Yeah.
So her cohort is actually met in October the 26th at the Medical Center. That was the first meeting, and they will have many meetings to come. Had a lot of fall festivals at our elementary school in the month of October. A lot of trunk or treats. We were on the move in October. We had our college fair. Perfect attendance parties. Let me hit on that just a little bit. Perfect attendance is something that not all students are going to do.
Yeah.
But we're striving in our district to have attendance at the highest level that we can.
Well, that was one of the things when she got hired.
Absolutely.
That was one of the emphasis there, that we were having a lot of absenteeism.
Yeah, we were, and in my Family Resource Center budget and my Family Resource Center goals and objectives,
Sure.
there's a indicator that I will address attendance myself. So
Yeah.
as Will Greg Lennon, and he's parent involvement coordinator, and
Yeah.
anything we can do, if we see your child has missed 3 days, we're coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they miss 5 days, we're probably going to put some things in place to see what's going on, because attendance is that important now.
Yes. Yes.
And folks, this is not Humboldt City Schools. This is the state of Tennessee.
That's right.
I want people to know that absenteeism and chronic absenteeism is a emphasis at the state level, and we want kids in school. So
well, it needs to be.
It does.
You can't learn if you're not there.
Exactly.
You
And
know,
that's hey, they're emphasizing test scores, and along with test scores, we have to understand that being there is an important part of our test scores progressing, climbing, and us raising those. So
well, we are ranked in the state of Tennessee. We're ranked number 33
right
in education.
Right.
This is part of it.
This is part of it. Now,
You know,
when we talk facts and we talk areas of improvement, we got to get down and get our hands in the middle of some things, Seth, and let parents know. In a very professional, respectful way, let our students know that it's important to be at school.
Yeah, and I say 33. Some places have us even ranked as low as 37th. I'm looking at this now.
Varies a little bit depending on what scale you're looking at, or what am I trying to say? What website or what poll you're looking at, but we're in that 33 to 37 percentile there with ranking, and the bottom line is we want to get that lifted.
That's right.
We want to raise that,
and it starts with being at school, and then you can work from there. But if you can't get them to school,
it's a problem. That's just the bottom line. It's a problem.
That's right. Well, that's good though, and I hear it's coming up in Humboldt.
It is.
Our absenteeism
is coming up, largely in part because Greg Lennon is going door to door and he's getting the students.
That's good.
If you have absences and he comes to your door, folks, it's not to punish you.
Yeah.
It's not to give you a slap on the head. And it's just an encouragement measure that we are required to do in order to get your students here so we can teach them and they can learn.
Is the truancy officer, is that still a thing?
No, it's really not. That went out probably late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Truancy officers used to come knock on your door if you had X amount of absences, and they would give you a little petition and say you need to be in court or whatever they needed to do at that time. But now it's just a little bit different approach, and the state has taken a real good lead in making sure that our students, we're doing what we need to do. We're taking the necessary steps and making the right approach to our students and our families, because it's the way you do it. A lot of times it's not what you do, but it's how you do it. And we want to concentrate on always making that parent feel adequate.
Yes.
And always coming from a point of assistance and not a point of beating you down or making you feel bad about a challenge that you're facing. We're here to help.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
I think renovations are still moving on. Our library is in the best shape it's been. I want to encourage you to come up and take a look at our library when you get a chance.
Yeah, we'll
have new carpet. Have a wood floor area up on the entrance, and then carpeted area. Furniture still waiting on that to come. So we're going to have a new look in our library.
That's great.
Our cafeteria looks absolutely marvelous. We have a new drop ceiling in our cafeteria.
Hey.
We have logos up. We have some cafeteria, restaurant-style seating in there now for students to eat lunch. And we're just kind of making it kind of just user-friendly with our equipment and with the furniture and the things we're doing regarding our cafeteria, our library, and some of the facility that we're encountering here in our high school. Roof work is still happening at Stigall, so we are constantly working with the the manufacturers, with the workers, the roofers, to make sure we're in a safe environment, our roof is in good shape, and we're doing what needs to be done to ensure that our building is safe and covered properly regarding our roof at Stigall. East is in good shape. East continues to move forward. If you've ever gone by the high school and you've seen the front of it at night,
Oh, it's looking better.
it's looking so much better. That's largely in part because some trees have been cut.
I was going to say the lighting seems
The
like it's a whole lot
lighting
better.
has been enhanced,
Yeah.
and we have the marquees at every school
That's
to
right.
give you information and communicate what's happening as far as events that are upcoming
And those things are
for our
bright as
district.
well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They bring light also.
So we've enhanced our facilities quite a bit. There's still some improvements we have to have and we must have. I'm always advocating for our floor,
Sure.
especially our gym floor.
I was about to say,
Being in
basketball
athletics,
season's
I'm going to
coming.
keep pushing, man. I'm going to keep pushing. We had the floor finished for, as we do each year.
Yeah.
If it's in our budget now, we have done it budgetary wise where we couldn't do it but every 2 years. But in the past, we were doing a good job, and we like to appreciate our sponsors for
Sure.
that support our athletics and support the Viking News on Demand.
Yes.
And we're just excited about our facilities. Last thing, we do have a new floor and a new stage floor at Stigall.
Yeah.
So waiting on curtains to go up, I think. We still have some things that are ordered and need to put some polishing and some final touches on in our school districts regarding renovation and regarding facilities. So we're moving in that direction.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I think that's all school news.
Okay. Well, you was mentioning sponsors. Let's give them a second.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking some basketball.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what we're going to be talking now. We've closed out those other sports.
Yep.
And now it's basketball. As you can see, George sporting his basketball shirt today. So we'll be back, folks,
Viking.
right after this. Thank you for watching Viking News on Demand.
Because I love the environment, I love the people, and it's a great place to work, and the pay is great.
The daycare, transportation that pick you up, it's easy to move up in Tyson. You need to come work for Tyson.
Tyson Foods is an equal opportunity employer. Vets disability.
G&K Defense offers classes on Dooku Kempo. This is a classical karate class that emphasizes forms, self-defense, pressure points, joint manipulation, throws, ground fighting, and in-close grappling. Group classes and private lessons are both available. Contact him today by emailing jason@gnkdefense.com, or you can call 931-237-4550. G&K Defense, conveniently located at 110 North Central Avenue in Humboldt, Tennessee.
Searching for a house can be difficult, but searching for a mortgage loan is easy. Take the express lane to home ownership with Centennial Bank's Express Mortgage. Stop by your local branch to speak with one of our lenders today. Centennial Bank, locally owned and operated since 1916. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Good Old Cookin', located at 5882 Graball Road in Milan, Tennessee, is your one-stop shop for the best food in West Tennessee.
So good.
Open Thursdays and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. To check out this weekend's specials, visit them on their Facebook page, or you can pick up the phone and call 731-238-2073. 731-238-2073. Good Old Cookin', proudly supporting your Humboldt Vikings.
So good and tasty.
Nothing brings community together quite like a sporting event. Security Bank and Trust Company is committed to supporting our local sports teams because we know how important it is to be part of a great team. This is Deanne McEwen at Security Bank and Trust Company. When you team up with us, you are fostering the competitive spirit of our local athletes. Want to be part of our team? Join our amazing banking community. Visit your nearest branch or head to securitybanktn.com to learn more. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
A Established in 1886, the Humboldt Chronicle has been a faithful provider of news, sports, community events, and much more for the southern Gibson County area. For less than $1 a week, you can receive the weekly Humboldt Chronicle newspaper in your mailbox and online. Signing up for the weekly paper is quick and easy. You can visit them online at hchronicle.net or call their fine staff at 784-2531. That's the Humboldt Chronicle, serving you for over 130 years.
Hi, I'm David from Willis Notary Services. In 1787, Benjamin Franklin inscribed on the back of the penny, "Mind your affairs." It means take care of your business. While needing a notary isn't a daily occurrence in many people's lives, when the time comes, Willis Notary Services wants to be the first on your mind. So when it's time to handle your business, call me at 731-414-0485. And on behalf of my family, all Vikings, Tamiko class of 94, Tamila class of 12, Deja class of 19, and David class of 2022, Willis Notary Services sends light, love, and blessings to our superintendent, the administration, faculty, staff, and our students as we keep climbing to be a better Humboldt. Let's go, Vikes.
Hey Vikings fans, this is Ted Martin, former Humboldt Vikings quarterback and class of 93 graduate. When me and my fellow classmates want to follow Viking sports, we watch Viking News on Demand. In addition to live streaming of games, there are also plenty of specialty shows that keep us all involved in our alma mater. On behalf of the class of 1993, go Vikings!
Our world is changing every day in ways that no one would have imagined just a short time ago. But we won't forget. We won't forget our loved ones, our values, or the way we do business. With caring, with attention to detail, and with new ways to celebrate and honor your memories.
Hi, I'm Chester of Baskerville Funeral Home. We really do love the families we serve in West Tennessee, and it's an honor and privilege to take care of your loved ones. At Baskerville Funeral Home, we're committed to caring and sincere service.
I am Chancellor Baskerville. My family is here for your family in times of need. Folks, yesterday is gone, today is almost over, and tomorrow isn't promised. So when your family and friends take their last breath, the world stops for you. We are available 24 hours a day. We use the latest technology along with good old-fashioned family values, common sense, and compassion. Chester, Donald, or myself are here for you and your family in your time of need. We are Baskerville Funeral Home, Directors of Distinction.
Welcome back in, everybody. Appreciate you joining us on this Thursday night. Junior high basketball is happening right now as we speak. The girls should be, well, let's see. We are about 40 minutes into this, so the girls should be almost done.
Right.
Hopefully coming out with another good win. And,
Absolutely.
And, you know, after getting over that little speed bump against Dyersburg in game one, they've been on a streak here.
Been on a streak. Had a very good game October the 27th when they played TCA.
Yeah.
The girls just, I mean, they fought and battled to win that game because TCA is a good, solid junior high team. They have a big Ava. I want to mention her name. She's actually played on the AAU circuit. I think with the Lady Dragons. As well. Kendall McLemore, my stepdaughter, she has been involved and been playing her for some time now. A couple of summers she's played against her. And TCA kind of builds their offense around that young lady. She's about 5'8", and she is a great player. But we managed to beat TCA, and the boys held on to win as well. That was the start of our winning streak there after Dyersburg. We beat TCA, and then we beat Lake County Thursday night.
Last week we were in the middle of that game when we was doing this show, and we said we needed to get another win. We did.
Yeah, we did. We got another win. So we've won 2 in a row, girls and boys. Actually 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
3 in a row because Monday night we beat Three Oaks.
That's right.
Girls and boys at Three Oaks, we beat them, and our junior high boys and girls on the road. They won 3 in a row. They played 2 games on the road, and tonight they're playing their 3rd road game, and that'll be 3 of 5.
That's right.
So
that's right.
It's junior high season right here in the next couple of weeks. In the last few weeks, it's been playing a bulk of their games, and we're excited. We're excited because they've been winning, number one.
Yeah.
And then our kids have been playing well. And the
Yeah.
thing that I want to mention, they fought through sickness.
Yes.
They fought through sickness, and I'm so proud of that.
Yeah.
I know Three Oaks called us the morning of, and they said, well, we're a little short-handed. Is it any way we can look at rescheduling that game? And I said, hold on just a minute. I like to always involve my coaches, and after I get their input, I make the final decision. And our coaches said, you know what? We played short-handed last week.
Yes.
And we're going to play this game. So we did play, and the result of us playing since November the 3rd has been 2 wins.
Yeah.
3 wins, actually, since October the 27th. We've had 3 wins, and I'm excited about our junior high basketball.
Yep, that game at Lake County, it didn't look like we were shorthanded. But,
Yeah.
there was not very many on the bench.
It's not. It's really not on the girls' side of it. And the
That's right.
guys,
That's right.
we did have 3 kids out against TCA, managed to
Okay.
win that game.
Yeah.
2 out for Lake County, managed to win that game. So we're coming back.
Full, though, I think, at Three Oaks.
Yeah,
and you could tell
full
it.
throttle with Three Oaks. We could tell. We just went down there and just kind of had our way with Three
Yes,
Oaks, both
yes.
girls and boys. And I do want to commend them for actually allowing us to come down and play shorthanded. But that's the time of the year I think you have to fight adversity. You have
Yeah.
to fight the flu
Yeah.
season. You have to get your kids eating right, drinking right,
Yes.
properly hydrated. And this plays a factor in, building the foundation to be an athlete.
Right.
So
Right.
we have to. I know some things sickness-wise you can't help, but also eating right and drinking properly is something that you can control, and it does help during this flu season.
Yeah.
And this sickness that's going around.
With
and,
junior high basketball starting so early, it's so hard.
It is.
And your
It
schedule is so full. It's pretty
It
much
is.
2 times a week.
Right.
There's just no way to reschedule those games.
It's not, and that's an important point, Seth. To reschedule that, we would have had to look in January to do that. And that's when you're polishing up and getting ready for tournament time.
That's right.
And
That's
you
right.
really don't want to play a makeup game during that time because it just kind of you look at maybe injury could be suffered during that time to knock you out of contention during playoff time. And it's just we make the schedule for a reason.
That's right.
And you want to try to hold to that schedule as much as possible. Within what is in your control.
Sure.
So, sometimes in January we would have had to fight, I'm sure, the weather.
Yeah.
So
If we're gonna get
snow
snow or
always,
ice.
snow or ice is going to
January,
come in
February.
January, February. So we know that. So
Yeah.
nevertheless, hats off to junior high, and I want
That's
to
right.
mention our junior high boys.
Okay.
Football ended for them Saturday.
Yes, they had that All-Star game.
Yeah, they had an All-Star game. We had 4 kids to make the All-Star
Yeah,
team.
we named those kids last week.
We named them last week, and I'm gonna try to name them again because
Okay.
I think it's worth naming.
Sure.
They need to be recognized and honored. Kelsey Rose,
Yes.
Amarion Young, which he wasn't able to go. He was a lineman and he was sick, so the flu had him out and he wasn't able to participate. Then there's Tyon Campbell.
Yeah.
He was our quarterback.
Yeah.
He went to the All-Star game. Hats off to Tyon and Tyreek Johnson.
Okay.
Tyreek was offense and defense, played a little tight end and played a little defensive back for us on the defensive side of the ball. So congratulations to those young men for making the West Tennessee All-Star team and for the WTAC, that's West Tennessee Area Conference.
All right.
Let's
Fantastic.
talk a little bit about upcoming.
Okay.
We have upcoming our junior high schedule. Of course, we're playing
tonight
now, Halls, and I'm thinking in my mind, I'm
Bradford,
saying, we're winning.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna
Bradford
say
is
we have
coming up
Bradford.
next,
Yeah.
and we'll be on the road with Bradford, and then on the road again the end right after Thanksgiving with TCA.
Yes.
So the road woes still continue for us before we're home again on December the 1st with Lake County.
Okay.
So we're excited about that. Now, gonna go back up and deal with high school just for a minute because there's some important information. Number one, classifications came out.
Yes.
I have them listed here. We're gonna really talk about them, Seth. If you might have to stop me on that. But I know I've heard from Coach Pettigrew, and he's got some things, questions he's going to be posing to our Board of Controls representative and our Legislative Council rep. So we're going to be questioning a few things, and Coach Pettigrew is going to take the lead, and I'm going to support him on that. But also, I want to mention a big switch in transition with our ticketing system this year.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. So let's get started.
Let's do it.
We're gonna start by prefacing our high school basketball schedule.
All right.
We are here playing our first game on November the 22nd. That's our first game here in Humboldt.
Yeah, we opened the season the day before.
Right, open the season the day before with Gibson County.
That's right, boys only.
Boys only, that is correct.
But then when we come home is the next night, correct?
Right, we come home that very next night, and we play, who we play at home at? Sacred Heart?
I believe it is.
Yeah, Sacred Heart that next night, boys only.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that is the schedule there, and I'm going to pull that up just to make sure that we are giving the listeners the correct information, and I think we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So, what I want all fans to be aware of, that we're using a new ticketing system called GoFan. Everybody's familiar with GoFan, and what you have to do is you have to purchase your ticket via the app, GoFan application. And when you come in, we will scan your ticket, and you will be able to enter.
Okay.
I will go over game procedure next week, exactly what you'll be facing when you enter our games. There are going to be metal detections you have to walk through. You'll be wanded with a metal detector. And the big thing is I want fans to know there is absolutely no hoodies.
Yeah.
Will be required, and you must have clear bags.
Okay.
No exceptions. If you don't have those two things, you're not going to be able to enter our game. So we're going to be very vigilant with our safety. This is not my rule. This is the rules that's coming down from the top, and that's the way we're going to operate.
So you say no exceptions on the hoodies?
No exceptions
in the
on the hoodies.
Before they would say as long as you didn't have it on your head. But they're saying now
none.
You can't wear it at all.
No hoodies at all, no exceptions.
Okay.
You will be asked to leave, or you will be asked to take it off and return it to your car. Whatever the procedure, we need to be safe at Humboldt High School. And the safety coordinator, Mr. Victor Horton, has really put some things in place along with our local law enforcement. I want to encourage parents, please be conscious of your students. Don't come and drop off a kid that's 13 and under without supervision.
Yeah.
We're asking that you properly supervise those individuals that are under the age of 13 at games. Accompany them, or we're going to probably not, there ain't no probably to it, I'm sorry. We're not going to allow them to enter if they don't have a individual that's of adult status supervising them.
Sure.
These are the rules we're taking. The good thing about these rules is we're going to give you information on everything. GoFan ticketing.
Yeah.
We're going to give you that information. So go to that website. Go to your app store. Go and download that app right now. We'll be listed on there, and you can buy tickets. I'm going to correspond with the visiting team and let them know that we're taking GoFan tickets, and no selling tickets at all at the gate. None whatsoever will be allowed. Now, we will take TSSAA passes, and we will take TACA passes.
Okay.
And I want to let coaches, fans, visitors, community know TSSAA passes only allow one person in now.
Okay.
Whereas it used to allow two. But if you read your card real closely, it says admit one only, and that's what I'm going by.
Yeah.
I want to pull it out and show Seth.
Okay.
But it says admit one.
Yeah,
only.
it does. In big letters there.
Yeah, and it used to say admit two. So let's be very conscious of that. I will take a middle school athletic association pass. I do have that'll all be displayed there at the front entrance as you come in.
Okay.
We're going to have a different entrance for visiting team. They're
Okay.
going to come in at a different entrance, and I have security set up for them to enter the building on the opposite end of the main entrance, and 2 guys that'll be escorting them in and making sure they're coming in safe and going to the proper location to get dressed and play. The big thing is what I'm going to also be very, very just conscious of. I want you to be conscious of, but I'm going to be a steward of doing this, is keeping people off the floor after the game and making sure we exit the gym in a timely manner.
Okay.
So these are all things we're putting in place because we want safety to be emphasized first, but we also want to enjoy the game, have a good time. But when everything ends, let's kind of get out of there and get to our prospective vehicles, and we're going to go home and we're going to live to see another day.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we're putting some new procedure in place that normally hadn't been in place, that our feet are held to the fire this year.
Sure.
To incorporate safety measures and increase the safety measures. We met with local law enforcement yesterday.
Okay.
We met with our safety team yesterday, and we also met with our SRO, Mr. Roy Hudson.
Yes.
So we're putting things in place not to punish you, but just for safety measures.
Well,
and we hope that you would adhere to all the rules that are being put in place.
These are not just for Humboldt, though. This
Right.
is anybody attending the game.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've had things to happen even from people from outside of town. So I don't
Absolutely.
think anybody listening to this today can really take that as an assault on Humboldt as much as it's, hey, we're just
I
trying to
agree.
keep everybody safe. And, you know, I mean, it's the elephant in the room. We don't want a repeat of anything that happened last season.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it's always better to be proactive than reactive.
Yeah, because
Then you look like you're not just letting things happen and then trying to sweep something under the rug. We're trying to keep something from happening
Yeah,
again.
exactly. And the harsh reality is that a lot of schools, as a result of our incident, has upped their standards regarding safety, entrance and exiting into in buildings and in schools,
Yes.
and rightfully so. I mean, we've got to do what it takes to keep our community, keep
Yes.
our schools, and keep our students and
Yes.
fans, parents, and the likes safe during these activities.
That's good.
So
Very good.
that's our main focus, and
Yes,
I'd
sir.
like for everyone to understand that, and just be very, very compliant with us when we ask you to do something, or
That's
when we
right.
ask you to, you know, take care of some things when you're at an athletic activity. Let's just be in compliance, and we will have a good night
That's
if
right.
that
That's
occurs.
right.
So, moving right along, we do have some events that's going to come up prior to our opening night.
Okay.
They're on November the
22nd.
22nd. We have a Meet the Vikings. Let me pull that up.
That's
Seth.
right.
Meet the
And is that the
Vikings
same
is
night?
No, that's
No,
the
this is
15th.
before. Okay.
Yes, that's
So
prior
it'll be
to
a week before.
Yes, that's a week before. So we're going to look at that.
And that's
Meet
a
the
Tuesday
Vikings.
night.
That is a Tuesday night. That's next Tuesday.
Okay.
Meet the Vikings will occur in our gymnasium, and we're excited about that.
Now,
let me
what is
put that
different
in.
between the Meet the Vikings night when you have it for football and basketball?
Well, the only difference is we're recognizing players, and we do that outside versus inside. That's probably the
Yeah.
only difference.
Okay.
But what we want to do is recognize and highlight all the order of events. We want to get them hyped about the season. We want
Yeah,
to start
yeah.
out with a little band and cheering and national anthem and introducing the basketball teams.
Okay.
And I, as the athletic director, will give the information out with GoFan, and I'm
All
going to
right.
share this information with you
Yes.
too, because it's good information for you to have. We'll talk about the schedules, and we've been tweaking schedules. I want to let fans know also that Sacred Heart does not have a girls team, so it's kind of thrown our schedule in kind of a little turbulence there.
Yeah.
So we're having to make some adjustments. So our schedule is going to be accurate, and we're going to run it, give that to you on the 15th, and it's going to be the gospel that day.
Okay.
We're going to recognize our staff all the way down from concessions to the safety team, to the teams, to the coaches. Junior high dance and cheer is going to be underway. Our band members are going to be introduced. They're going to do some selections in the band. And if you hadn't heard that band, it's probably going to be rocking in there. So I'm going to warn you guys that don't like loud noises, you may want to get strategically placed because that band's going to be in that gym and they are going to be rocking, let me tell you. So come on out and join us on Meet the Vikings. Again, Meet the Vikings will be the 15th.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
the 15th.
Let's see, that's going to be this coming Tuesday night.
Right, this coming Tuesday night, Meet the Vikings.
And you're expecting that to last
7:45.
Ooh, that's
yeah,
a good
so
night.
in order to get everything in, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah.
We're going to roll out a lot of things. Our girl basketball players will be introduced, and boys, coaches, cheer, and we're going to just introduce the start of our athletic season regarding basketball.
Yeah.
Even though the junior high has started.
Right.
This program really highlights the high school because they hadn't started yet, and we are going to get them on board and get you meeting them. And
that's great.
I want to say, if you want to make some donations that night, please do to the program. I mean, we can't. All the fees for referees have gone up.
Adds up.
All the fees for safety has gone up. So we are. GoFan is going to have a surcharge that's upcharge of $1.
Yeah.
So we're charging $7. So it's going to cost you $8 to get in the games now. So just want people to know this is the route we're going. This is where we are.
Yeah.
And this is the way it has to happen.
Gas is more expensive. Milk at the grocery store is more expensive.
Everything's gone up. Everything's gone up.
It's where we're at.
Yeah, that's where we are. So have any questions? I'm always open to questions. George Yarbrough, Athletic Director. You can reach me at email george.yarbrough@hcsvikings.org. Or you can just call the board office, 731-784-2781. Okay. Or you can just hit me with my cell. And if you got my cell, good. If you don't, call up there. And if you can't get me up there in the office, they'll give you my cell phone number. Okay? So just let me know. I'm always willing to help or answer any questions you might have. And just assist in any way I can to make your life easier at ball games and make my life easier running things and making sure we're doing things appropriate to serve you.
All right.
So let's talk a little classification.
I was going to say, I wasn't going to let you out of here without that one. I know that's going to be a touchy subject.
Yep, it is. Let's go football first.
Let's talk about it. Now, this is where in the 7-1A, I had Dresden, Gleason, Greenfield, Halls, Humboldt, Lake County, South Fulton, and Union City.
You got it.
Now, the Union City one kind of surprised me.
Yeah, it did.
That one kind of shocked me. But I was not surprised to see Peabody move out.
Yeah,
I had heard that was going to be a good chance that happened. I was shocked to see Milan drop down to where Peabody's at. Now, that's going to be something Gibson County is going to be fun.
That is correct.
So that's football. But I have not seen basketball. Now,
well, let's take a look at it. I'm going to go back here and see if we can pull up basketball.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go. And just to give people an idea of how this is done, it's done every 2 years. And the enrollment for a 1A school has to be 395 students or less, 9 through 12.
Okay,
so that's 9 through 12. That's the way that's figured. That's the way that's figured. So let's go down to, let's see how we're going to get to this.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not a good sign.
My computer just went dead, folks. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. But
so we are in Division 7-1A,
yes,
correct?
7-1A.
All right. I'm going to see if
I
can
pull
pull
this
this up.
right quick.
We'll try to see if we can't get this on our phone here.
Okay.
But, you was talking about the questions on the classification. I know y'all are probably going to deal with that at another time there. How long does it take for those answers to come back?
Now, that I'm not sure of. All I know is probably as quick as possible.
Sure.
They will get us an answer. Sometimes it's within a week. I think they always try to do things within the week.
Yes.
Of the appeal or just as soon as they can. I know Coach Pettigrew, we're looking at 7A has 8 teams in it and 6A has 5 teams in it.
Okay.
So, football is kind of the appeals process that we're looking at with him and what he wants to do. So
yes,
we're going to study that and we're going to get his information that he wants to present to them, get it introduced to them, and see what answers we get from them. As I said, we're made up of people who represent us,
yes,
our different areas of school, on the Legislative Council and on the Board of Controls, and we'll be in contact with them. Dexter Williams, Greg Scott, and Dan Black. Those are all the individuals within our area that we can make appeals to, or not make the actual appeal. The actual appeal needs to be made to TSSAA, but we can talk to those guys and get the advice that we need and the direction we go and the guidance we need. So,
all right. Do you know what our numbers were, per se?
No, I don't.
Okay,
that's a good question.
Let me just keep going here, because
I'm
I'm on the page you were on.
Yeah,
I
was going down to where our school was, and I was going to click it.
Okay, all right.
Let's see if that happens. But
yeah. I'll just
nevertheless,
keep looking here.
basketball. I need to find out exactly who's in our. I know West Carroll.
Here we are. But it is not letting me click our school. No,
okay.
It's telling us our enrollment numbers, by the way, was 252.
Right, 252, 9 through 12.
That's right. So as far as, we may have to come back with that one.
Yeah, let's come back with that one.
Coming out.
Next time we may just be going to the wrong screen here, but just to show us our classifications for the region. But nevertheless, we're going to get that done and let you know our district in basketball and our region in football has changed.
Yes.
I know they've added in football South Fulton, they've added Dresden, and they've added Union City.
And as far as your football scheduling goes,
yes,
we're getting very close, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Junior high will be done this week.
Okay.
And high school will be done within the next week.
Okay.
So fall break, we're avoiding all the dilemmas that we had last year with fall break and homecoming and things of that nature. We're just looking at our schedule a little bit more in depth and seeing how we can accommodate, first of all, our students and our student athletes. And then I think so many times when we do that, we as adults can adjust.
Okay, I have it right here.
Okay, good.
Well, I say I do. I am getting very, very close.
13A?
13A. Here we are.
14A.
We have 13A. Bradford, Clarksburg, Halls, Humboldt, Middleton, and West Carroll would be your basketball.
Yep. And I don't know, Middleton, I didn't realize Middleton was in there. I thought they went back to the Memphis district, so I'm going to write that down.
That's one you need to check on, because this is coming. Milamere Exchange is where I will give them credit, source them here. Michael Odom, good friend there, and he's the one that posted that. Showing Bradford, Clarksburg, Halls, obviously us here in Humboldt, and then we have Middleton and West Carroll.
That sounds right.
Now, in volleyball, I was kind of looking at that, too, to see where we would fall in the volleyball side of things. Clarksburg, Humboldt, Huntington, Madison, Milan, Peabody, and West Carroll.
That's a big district.
It's a very big district in volleyball. So, that's kind of... We don't have a soccer program. Now, last week, I did have somebody ask where we were with the soccer program.
Yeah, let me talk a little bit about that, because I'm going to tell you have a superintendent that's pushing soccer.
That's good.
So what's going to happen is we're going to start soccer at the elementary level.
Okay. I
need to meet with our elementary administration, the likes of Principal Sheehan, Debbie Sheehan, and Dr. Jamie Elliott, and see which direction we're going. Having experience with soccer and starting a community soccer program through a school in my previous job as Family Resource Center Director in Kentucky, it's going to all come back to me real quick, and it's going to be a pretty challenging process, but it's going to be able to be completed, and to let fans know we're going to start soccer on the elementary school level first and then build up to high school.
Something we've not mentioned either, and that would be more on the school news side. You have your holiday mart coming up for East End.
Yes, we do. That is Saturday.
That's this weekend.
That is Saturday,
That just hit me. I was like, ooh.
At East End Elementary. I'm glad you said that. Holiday mart, and that's put on by Junior Auxiliary.
Okay.
And that holiday mart will be at East Elementary, and I don't have the day. I have the day, but I don't have the times on that.
Yeah, they've not really put a lot of information out.
Right,
Maybe we can release that on our social media page later, because I
Exactly.
feel like it's coming up very soon.
It is.
It's this weekend, isn't it?
It is. It's this
So it's
weekend.
Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Normally they open that thing about 9 or 10. Don't
Yeah,
they?
I want to say in the morning because they're through at about 3, I think.
Yeah.
And then they set up on Friday, and then we break down on Saturday afterwards. So I'm wanting to shout out to
Here we
different
go.
students, and
It starts at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9
to 2.
9 till 2 on Saturday, Holiday Mart at East Elementary.
This year they're going to have food trucks.
Ooh, good job.
Food trucks,
Yeah.
pictures with Santa, various
Mhm.
booths. So
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, I will be, my heart will be there, but my body will be
Yeah.
traveling toward the Bluegrass State. I have
Uh-oh.
a funeral to attend, and I also have a 50th birthday party of my roommate in college. So it'll be an exciting time on the road with me, going back to visit my peeps, and just to honor my great uncle who passed away and was a World War II vet. He's 96 years old.
Wow.
James Henry Thomas.
Goodness.
He served in the Korean War.
Korean
War, and he
Okay.
was a veteran of the United States Army, and they'll lay him to rest on Saturday, Veterans Day.
Oh.
And my grandfather said, just to give you a little history, it'll be his birthday. It'll be his birthday. He's passed away. He passed away at a pretty early age, and so I have an uncle and a granddad who they were brothers, kind of being honored on Saturday, and in our own way with family, and I'll get to see a lot of family and get back to honor Uncle James and think about my granddad, whose I'm named after, George Willie. Awesome. So we're excited about getting home, and then hopefully I'll get my spirits up and I'll attend my roommate in college, his 50th birthday party.
Yes, sir.
So it's exciting. But nevertheless, I appreciate your time.
Yes,
Thanks for letting me chat about school news and sports and classifications and all the likes of things that are going on in Humboldt City Schools.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, folks. Thank you to the Viking Booster Club as well, making all of this possible, and all of our sponsors. So we'll be updating you very, very soon on how those junior Vikings did tonight.
That's right.
As they've been on the road. Hopefully we've been able to tame those Tigers and come on home. That's what we're wanting. Good night, folks. God bless you. Thank you for watching.